A pre-notification gang.
Hello, guys.
Couple ideas, yeah. I've got a plan. I've ever played They Are Billions? Nope. Never even heard of it. Didn't see the new Thor and Mission Impossible trailer. Saw the new Thor trailer, didn't see the new Mission Impossible one. Didn't that movie come out though? Oh no, Top Gun. Top Gun is what came out. Yeah, I know the Summoning Salt video came out. Not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Top Gun's apparently really good. I mean, I'm sure it is. I think Tom Cruise is a good actor. He's just also a bit of a weird guy because of the whole Scientology thing. But outside of the Scientology stuff, I mean, he's pretty class act. He's a tier 1 divine in the resub butthole. And the bits dingo. Is it trial day? Nah. I'll probably wait till Friday when it ends and catch up on everything all at once. Thanks for resub Nick and Nate. Thanks a tier 1 triple. And the resub Digi. I don't think Tom Cruise is the weirdest dude on the planet. It is all just Scientology shit that makes him weird. Other than that, he's just a good actor, and he actually seems like a really nice guy to be around. He treats his whole staff really nice from everything I've heard and everything they've said. It's just that Scientology thing, which is pretty goofy. Pretty unfortunate. You don't understand Scientology or his role in it at all? I don't understand his role in it because the main thing about Scientology is the secrecy. What the fuck do you mean? Bro, you realize I live in, like, the birthplace of Scientology, right? The very first Scientology church is the Clearwater Mega Scientology Church. I'm pretty familiar with it. Probably more so than you are. Especially when it comes to Overlord Xenu. Thanks to resub Noah, Cobra, Kyle, username, and Overflow. And the resub Croven, Prime Luxy, and the 5 gift subs Nick. Appreciate it, man. And the Prime Karibo. And the resub Dazzling. And Bits Tom. And Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah. Jackson and I played Evil Dead like a week and a half ago. It was really mediocre. It wasn't fun. But it wasn't bad either. It was just forgettable. And the Prime Shaggy. And the resub Gary. Thanks for the bits, Fap and resub kill. I know, I was watching Bad News Eagles. They're fucking solid. They're good. Thanks for resub, Nitsua. And Joseph. I love those two movies. I haven't seen Devs, but I love those two. Annihilation and Ex Machina, I think, slap. It was in the trailer. I must have been looking at the chat when it brought that up. You're so damp and garbage ass. And the resub Ryan. And Ethan. And Union. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Union. Thanks to the resub Mickey. No, I didn't watch the Halo Legends thing. I hear it was alright, though. I just haven't watched it. He also wrote Dread in 28 Days Later. Don't remember 28 Days Later super well, but I love Dread. Netflix sucks now. They're in a cold streak, that's for sure. Thanks a gift sub green. You gonna play Sniper Elite 5 tonight? What, did that just come out today? I wasn't planning on it. I haven't played Sniper Elite since, I think, the first one. First or second. Whatever the biggest one was. Might have been the second. Thanks to give sub Bex and the Prime Slayer and resub Soul. One quick text message. Give me 1 sec. Bro, I don't really like the back rooms. I don't think I'd enjoy the game. Okay, now I'm back. Thanks to resub LFD. Yeah, I mean, we can do some Sniper Elite later. I'm down. You hear about the R-rated Winnie the Pooh movie being made? Well, that sounds like a lie. Have you seen It Follows? I was actually going to put that on like 2 nights ago. I asked Tiana if she'd seen it before and she couldn't remember, but I'd always heard good things. I want to watch like the most well-received horror movies, because I feel like I missed them. I haven't seen Sinister, I haven't seen... Well, I think I saw the first Insidious, but I don't remember it. I haven't seen It Follows. What are some of the other like really well-respected ones? Like recent ones. The Descent. That was another one. Hereditary is the only good modern horror movie. I don't know what The Wailing is. Babadook sucks. You guys are just listing some of the worst ones ever that happen to be popular. Thanks the resub. Spangly. Oh, The Lighthouse. Yep, I still need to watch The Lighthouse. That's a lie. You just haven't seen shit. What are you talking about? I watched every single horror movie that Netflix added to their catalog for 2 years. Every single one of them. I just missed some of the earlier 2010 ones like Sinister and whatever else It Follows. The first Conjuring's fine. It's not like great, but it's fine. It was enjoyable. Thanks the resub, Carl. Yeah, I still need to see everything everywhere all at once. Jordan Peele's Us. Why do people keep saying Us? That movie's not scary. It's also significantly weaker than Get Out. Thanks, Resub Casual. It's not a bad movie by any means, but it's not a scary one, and it's not as good as Get Out. Yeah, It Follows. I do need to watch. Thanks to resub Unreal. Yeah, we can do some Sniper Elite 5 tonight. Thanks to resub Nuclear. I haven't played that series in a while. That could be fun. Did you enjoy the Strangers movie? Nope, it sucks. Thanks to resub Kitty and Jin. Hey Jay. Hope your wrist feels better. The Witch is super good. I didn't like it. Why did you like Hereditary? Hereditary is just a really well-made movie, man. The entire movie, all the way up until the last 10 minutes, is just beautifully done tension. And then the last 10 minutes, it fucks itself. But up until then, it's really, really, really good. Thanks to resub Dante. And the resub Cryo and Apostle. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through some of like the old, well not old, some of like the most well-received ones. See how they hold up. Because I've seen every shitty horror movie for the most part. I don't think there's any major shitty ones that I've missed. You should make a movie yourself. I'd be terrible at it. I still have a really cool idea for a horror movie, but I'll never make it. I would never be able to make a movie. Is it Prime? Ski Mask. I don't know the name of the movie, but it's about the Tooth Fairy, and if you saw her face, she kills you, but she can only appear in the dark. Oh, I forgot what that one's called. It's trash. But I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name. Darkness Falls? Is that the name? Thanks to the resub Aurora. In Copenhagen. Did you watch the recent Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Of course I did. That was a pretty fun stinker. It seemed very self-aware. It knew it was a bad movie and it didn't care. I can respect that. The ending was so fucking stupid. Well, the whole movie was, man. The entirety of that movie was unbelievably dumb, but I think it was on purpose. At least that's the impression I got. When's the next bad anime? I'll probably watch one tomorrow or the next day. They've been fun. No, I haven't watched Men. We just watched that trailer. You see the NFT show that got canceled after the theft? Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. It's the Seth Green. His Bored Ape got stolen, so he no longer has the rights to make his show or something. Thanks for the gift sub, Mac. His own fault? Well, 100%. It was a phishing scam, too. He said he thought he was making gutter cats, whatever the fuck that is, but was actually just losing all his NFT Bored Apes. Bro, that is an ancient... Yeah, I know. I don't know how these crypto bros keep falling for phishing links. Even during RuneScape days, I didn't fall for phishing links as an actual kid. I don't know how it still works. I don't know who still falls for the phishing scams. Blows my mind. Actually blows my mind. He's a resub Johnny and Rep. When the moist meter for Better Call Saul, when it ends. Isn't it on break right now? I still have to VPN to get it on Netflix. So I haven't actually caught up on season 6 yet. I'm on season 6, I just haven't started it because I still have to use a VPN and I just keep forgetting. It returns in 6 weeks. Jesus, that's a long break. Why don't you just pay for it? Pay for what? It's just not on my Netflix. It's not in American Netflix. Season 6. Season 6 is only in, like, other Netflix. And I don't really want to pay for AMC Plus considering it's just one show that I want to watch one time. AMC has dog shit. All of their good shows ended. So why the fuck would I pay for AMC Plus? Thanks to the resub giant. You pay $7 to watch all of Better Call Saul. Seems fair. I've already watched all of Better Call Saul on Netflix. It's just they don't have it for season 6 on American Netflix, which is why I have to VPN, and I just keep forgetting to. I'm not in a rush. It's on a 6-week hiatus. I will. I just haven't yet. Exit tier 1 Kev in the Prime. Thug in the resub Wawa. American Netflix's ass. It really is. Like, I agree. I used to disagree until now. I just want to watch season 6 of Better Call Saul. And now I have to fire up the VPN just for that. They just don't have anything. They also got rid of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I wanted to watch that the other night, and I remembered Netflix used to have it. Now it's on HBO Max. which is fine because I'm still paying for HBO Max all the way from like Game of Thrones days, I think. Just never canceled it. So it worked out. There's a resub, Chris. Too many streaming services? Oh my god, I agree. It's overwhelming. What are the streaming services? Like, what are the big ones? Netflix, Hulu. For anime, it'd be Funimation / Crunchyroll. HBO Max. No, I don't think anyone in the world uses Peacock. Paramount only has Halo, which is now ended and was trash. Disney Plus, Prime. Is that all of them? No one's paying for AMC Plus, so I'm probably not even going to count that. Nobody plays for Showtime anymore. Just get your porn on the internet. Apple TV. It seems to be about it. I don't know what BritBox is. I've never heard of that in my life. What is BritBox? Okay. So it's something BBC related. Thanks to the resub Ghidorah, Techno, and the gift sub Thrash. And the resub August and Ice. Quibi? What's Quibi? I've seen quite a bit of Quibi. Isn't that failed startup? Yeah, this is gone. This is kaput. Thanks to the resub Brock. I have to use Peacock to watch the Premier League games. Really? They got you on a stranglehold? Thanks to the Prime Malika. I'm curious, who do you guys think is winning the streaming battle right now? If I had to choose one streaming service, I actually think the best one right now is Hulu. Which I never thought I'd say. Hulu used to be such a joke in college for me, but Hulu is absolutely slapping right now. HBO Max? Besides new release movies, what else do they get? The only time I ever fire up HBO Max is when a new movie comes out and it hits streaming. I don't really have too much else I want to watch. Thanks, resub Scuffed. And the resub proper. HBO Max is quite literally everything. I disagree. They did have Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is nice. But when I was looking for other shit, they did not have half the cartoons I was trying to find. But I guess maybe it's not for cartoons, to be fair. Shudder has all the horror movies, so I watch that. Yeah, well, that's Shudder's entire purpose, is to be like the one-stop shop for horror. And I think it does a good job of that. Honestly, though, Crunchyroll slaps because it got all the Funimation shows. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I agree. Netflix still has the most shows, even though a lot are bad. The good ones still outweigh what other platforms have. What does Netflix have? Every time I look for something on Netflix, it is not there. They don't have any good shows. They only have the bad shows. I feel like all of their quality is gone. Thanks, resub Cup of Joe. Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, and The Witcher. Okay, so you're talking about their originals. I didn't watch Cobra Kai, but I do like Stranger Things, and I thought The Witcher was fine. Season 2 a bit disappointing, but overall fine. The wacky Korean shows. They do have a big investment in foreign productions, that's true. Tiana's been watching so many of those Korean dramas. That shit gets weird. Why don't you pirate anything? I used to pirate things back in college, but that's because streaming was still so new. It used to be much more convenient just to download, or just to pirate things as opposed to try and, like, buy it. Because it was such a fucking hassle. There's a famous quote. Piracy is the result of poor customer service? What is it? It's some shit like that. And it was super true back when I was in college, because pirating things was just genuinely easier. I would have willingly paid for things, but it was just harder to do that. It just wasn't convenient. Piracy was. But now it's kind of shifted where I think it's easier just to stream it than pirate it. Thanks to the resub, Vinsmoke. I can't beat 1, 2, 3 movies, though. Nah, I was always Put Locker. Put Locker used to be the shit. Piracy's easy as fuck, what do you mean? I'm saying it's hard, I'm just saying now I just find it easier just to stream it as opposed to just go to a torrent site. And some of the shit you have like a sketchy seed, I don't know. Not worth the hassle. Have you ever watched The Human Centipede? Yeah. And shit's a classic. Were you a LimeWire guy? I used LimeWire, but I was always more of an Ares guy. It seems no one remembers this. Ares was big in my middle school. Ares Galaxy, baby. Wait, does it still exist? Oh my god, wait, is this still around? What the fuck? I was using this in, no exaggeration, I was literally using this in like 2004 to download Linkin Park AMVs or Final Fantasy AMVs set to Linkin Park. Wow. Pog booted up? No way, man, this shit is going to be riddled with viruses and a bunch of dog shit now, I'm sure of it. Even back then, it was a bit of a cesspool. You'd always roll the dice on Ares, whether or not you got a Final Fantasy AMV or porn. Never heard of this? Yeah, like I said, it was definitely the less popular peer-to-peer service. It was outclassed massively by LimeWire, and then when LimeWire started to bite the dust, it switched to FrostWire. Thanks to the resub cinematic. Thanks to the resub, Alex. Have you seen The Greasy Strangler? Holy shit. No one's brought that movie up in years to me. Oh my god, yeah. I've talked about this movie before. This movie's the movie where they had to have a stunt butthole come in. So there's a scene where a guy makes his butthole talk, but the lead actor playing the Greasy Strangler didn't want his asshole on screen like that, so they hired some guy to come in and make his butthole talk. I have not heard this name in a minute. If I remember correctly, Elijah Wood helped produce it. Let's see. Am I right or have I lost my mind? Yep, produced by Elijah Wood. The tier 1 deviant. Can you show us the clip of the butthole talking? No, I don't think I can. I'm sure I can show you a clip, though. It's a really weird movie. It's actually fucking weird. Let me see. What clips exist on YouTube? Oh, here. This is the ungreased dog scene. Wait. I can't show this. I am so glad I went full cam. One of the clips is actually just the strangler's dick out. That would have been a disaster. Okay, I can't. I'm not going to show anything from it. Never mind. Just never mind. But the line is about the greasy strangler receiving an ungreased dog, and he's upset because it wasn't a properly lubed dog. It's weird. It's a weird movie. It is a very strange movie. Can I watch? Can I see this one? I don't remember this scene.
Dad, I told you this morning. You were too groggy to pay attention.
Or too stoned on fart fumes. Braden told me you trumped a real humdinger the other day.
I'm just not gonna take the chance. I don't remember that scene. It's a weird movie. It's definitely weird. I don't know who brought that up, but my god. What a throwback. Greasy Strangler's excellent. That's definitely not the word I would use for the Greasy Strangler. I will say. Excellent, I don't think really captures my feelings on it. The relentless monstrosity of a film is rife with fetishized cellulite, disgusting food, and fire hose penises. It's not for everyone, but perhaps it should be. 4-star review. Jesus Christ. This is the resub Valkyrie and Ploop. What is this movie about? A strangler who's extra greasy? I honestly couldn't even tell you. It's just a ride. Thanks to resub Jaden and the Prime Goth. And the resub Danny. What's the plan tonight? I'll probably try out some Sniper Elite 5 since this just dropped. Give it a whirl. I haven't played that series in a long time, but right now I'm just shooting the shit, getting caught up with what's going on, and then we'll swap over. No, we'll catch up on the trial when it ends on Friday. Then we'll just do one big all-encompassing catch-up sesh. Did you buy any of the Defo Yu-Gi-Oh set? Yeah, I was actually opening that today. I actually pulled one of the Starlights, the Pendulum one. Yeah, I'll watch Kenobi. What was your favorite movie as a kid? Mine was Small Soldiers. Oh, I remember Small Soldiers. Yeah, Small Soldiers was good. My favorite movie was The Mummy, and it still is to this day. Today's trial was wild though. That's what everyone says. Maybe we'll catch up tomorrow. Well, I'd have to make an exception. So if it really was that wild, then we'll catch up tomorrow night. There's the prime purple. And the tier 1 Greg boy. The Fifth Element is my fave. It's a cool movie. Alright, I'm gonna download Sniper Elite real quick because I think it's probably gonna be a big game. I'm gonna get that cooking. Oh, this bad boy just came out. There's not a single review. Hooey! Okay, it's downloading. Have these games changed at all in the last decade? Because even on Steam here, their icon is exactly the same. Why would they change perfection? I guess that's one word for it. I wouldn't necessarily call them perfect. They're just enjoyably silly. This is the resub Johnny. This is the game where you just shoot people's balls, right? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one way of playing it. You can just shoot nuts. There's a tier 1 Cosmic. And the Prime Ray. On your vid, I heard you said you never watched Steven Universe. It's one of the best cartoons of all time. You might like it. Yeah, I've never watched it, but I saw so much of it on Tumblr, I'm quite certain it's not a show I'd enjoy. I've seen so many clips of the show. It just seems pretty boring. Thanks to resubs, Mason. I mean, it must be good though, since it has such a huge following, but it just doesn't seem like a show I'd enjoy. There's the Prime Jackie. And Raggedy. Thanks to the resub Nightshade. Adventure Time is just still such a good show. That's a show for anyone of any age. It's just a really enjoyable cartoon. The CEO of the development team behind Sniper Elite 5 was a main character in a movie. Nice. That's cool. What movie? Thanks to resub Jack. I'm not looking up the Winnie the Pooh movie. I believe you. Thanks to resub Angus. And the bits. Momo. Have you heard about the anime Kanan? Isn't that the detective one? Like one of the most profitable shows of all time? Huh. That's Conan. Oh. In the US, the anime is called Case Closed. First I've heard of it. For bad anime, will you watch Berserk 2016? Yeah, I actually watched a few episodes of that in 2016. It was amazingly awful. That will definitely be one that I'll be watching again. For my quest to find the worst anime ever made. I don't know why Berserk just gets like the worst anime adaptation treatment. It's really sad. Disrespectful what they did to it in 2016. Read it instead. I have been. It's good. You give up on One Piece? No, I've actually watched so many episodes over the last week. I'm up to like episode 100 now. I'm at the Alabasta arc. What just happened? Ace blew up some ships. Yeah, I don't remember what else. Thanks to resub Liberd. He's finally diving into it. No, there just wasn't anything else to watch, so I figured I'd... Like, it almost feels productive to watch One Piece, so I figured I'd throw it on and watch it. I still don't like it. I'm still not really liking it. I liked Here Look. So far, my favorite characters are the ones that only exist for a few episodes. And Zoro. Have you been spoiled on One Piece? I wouldn't say so. Thanks to Reset by Kia. I know a lot of what happens later, but that actually sounds cool later, so it at least makes me interested to watch the absolutely unbearably boring shit now. Thanks to Resub Tappy. I know what Roller Champions is. We saw that when we were looking at new Steam releases. I don't think I'd like it, but I'm down to try it at some point, just not tonight. I'm trying Sniper Elite 5. What the fuck? This game won't start for me. That doesn't bode well. But we've come this far. Of course I'll be watching The Boys Season 3. I really like that show. I think The Boys is really good. $10 it doesn't work. Well, we'll see. He's a tier 1 guy, bro. No, definitely not crispy. Oh, hey, man. Hope you're doing well. You and your wife are 600 episodes in now. Yeah, it seems like some people really get into it, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I'm not into it yet. I keep trying, and I'll keep watching. But so far, it is just not for me. I think I've been able to pinpoint the reason I don't like One Piece so far. I think Luffy is just an unbearable character. He has the exact same trope that I always criticize for anime, where he has one character trait and it's beaten to death. He's always hungry. He always wants to eat. So half of his plotline is him being absent because he's looking for food. I find that annoying and I hate that. And then the other thing that is actively making me not like it that much is I'll get kind of invested in like whatever arc's happening or whatever villain's been introduced, like Wapple, right? And when they finally clash, it's over in a single move. A single move. And it's always the same one, like a Gum Gum Bazooka or the Axe Kick. And it's super underwhelming, because it's like, you got me invested. You've set up this guy, he's a villain, he's done so much fucked up shit, he's a bad guy, he's real bad. And then it ends comedically with a Gum Gum Bazooka every time. It's just really, really underwhelming. That's shonen, though? That's not true at all. Most shonen, when they have like a villain set up, it becomes a really long, drawn-out fight, which can be equally as boring. But this exists on the other extreme, where it's always over in a single move. Arlong dies in a... Well, dies. No one dies in this show except Ace, I guess. Arlong gets defeated in a single axe kick. Wapple defeated in a single bazooka. Like, it's just underwhelming. Like, why even spend so much time setting up the villains then if it's over so quickly? It just doesn't seem to be, like, fulfilling. Just leaves me Underwhelmed. Thanks to the resub D-Tree, Collint, and Soul Rack. Yeah, I know it doesn't stay that way. I've seen some of the clips, some of the fights later on. Like the Kaido fight, for example. Or, I don't know if that's a spoiler. I think that one's recent. But that one's, for some reason, all over YouTube in my recommended. That one has apparently been going on for like fucking 6 episodes. Meanwhile, everything else just happens in 6 seconds for every other villain. I'd like to hear your spiciest Naruto take. Naruto was the only shonen with some balls. Naruto actually killed characters. Right now in One Piece, not a single character has died. Except in, like, flashbacks. But not a single, like, modern character, villain, or anything has died. They just leave. Naruto is the only shonen that wasn't afraid to actually have characters die. And important ones, too. Alright, let's try out this bad boy. Important in quotation marks. Are you kidding me? I would absolutely unironically say important. Like when, what the fuck is this? Is this a launcher in 2022? Are you kidding me? An anti-cheat service for a single-player ball shooter? Okay. Thanks to resub wet. But anyway, like Jiraiya, for example. Jiraiya dying. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. And then I'm blanking on Shikamaru's sensei. When he gets killed by the blood curse guy. But another big one. Like, there's so many big ones. Asuma, thank you. There's just a ton. It was a show that wasn't afraid to actually have some characters that people loved die.